Somebody has a thing for armour. Just heard a deer was running a bit fast when they hit that wall. I don't think you're supposed to see that. There's a statue of a foot, ladies and gentlemen. Now, why would you have a secret door in a bedroom? Naughties.
She can't get it all in.
She's never satisfied. We are looking for a white horse. My dead cat's dead. It is day 11 of our tour around Ireland, except we're not in Ireland. In fact, we're no longer in Wales. We're in England now. Just behind me is Eastnor Castle, which is what we're going to be looking around next. Doesn't look very medieval to me. In fact, it looks very modern. But we'll find out, won't we? Okay, so this is the Great Hall and it is massive. I can't get it all on camera. Somebody has a thing for armour. This room is full of it. Even horse armour. Even up there, look. And this is the ceiling of their dining room. Look at the size of that table. And this is a Gothic room. And there's details everywhere. Not any single inch has been left with something in it or on it. Amazing. And this is the long library. It's long, and it's a library. Contains 5,000 volumes. It's almost as much as you can get on the Kindle. So this is the hall, including the stairs, which is where we're going up next. Just heard a deer was running a bit fast when they hit that wall. One of the bedrooms. Bit similar to ours actually. Next to the bedrooms, on the upper floor, you have this chapel, which I thought was a bit weird. Weird place to have a chapel. And then if you look around the shield here, you've got a whole lot of stuff. Beds, and I don't think you're supposed to see that. Another very large bedroom. This one is very red and has a huge 4-poster bed. Looking through this window here, you can actually look down on the Great Hall. Get a different perspective and see how big it is. Back on the lower floor, you have the state bedroom with this, another 4-poster bed. And I noticed that on the dresser here, there's a statue of a foot, ladies and gentlemen. A statue of a foot. And over here, you have we just come through this door. I would say that's a secret door. Now, why would you have a secret door in a bedroom? Naughties. I did ask someone in the castle when it was built because I thought it looked a bit modern. And they said it was finished in 1830s. And the reason why it was built was because everybody around that time, all their friends, were having castles built for themselves. So they decided, you know, being the fashionable type, that they'll have their own castle built. It's a bit similar to the iPhone of these days. If your mates have an iPhone, you've got to have an iPhone. We are now in Tewkesbury. We found a park up for the night, car park, not too far away from where we are now. This is the Abbey Mill, and it's actually a weir, has a weir just here, and I don't think it's functional, but it looks amazing, doesn't it? And it's in fact the reason why we decided to come here. We saw a photograph of Tewkesbury on Google, I think it was, and I thought, oh, that looks very pretty. Then you have these old black and white cottages behind me there, and in the distance, behind this tree, completely covering it, is Tewkesbury Abbey. We noticed that there's quite a few of these banners on the outside of buildings. Not found out what they're for just yet. I'm sure we will though. Right, we decided to go to a pub. However, they stopped serving food at 3 o'clock. So instead, since there's quite a few Indian restaurants in Tewkesbury, that's what we're having. We're having an Indian. We're going to eat that now and see you in the morning, I think, because we are famished. You hungry? It's now day 12 of our tour around Ireland, except when we're not in Ireland. We're still in Tewkesbury. It's actually quite early in the morning for us. It's like 9 something or other.
20.
We're going to continue our wander around the town, starting with Tewkesbury Abbey. So what's the difference between an abbey and a cathedral? I think it's to do with an abbey. You have or had monks or nuns living there, right? Worshipping there, whereas a cathedral is like a huge church. Does I understand it?
That sounds pretty feasible.
I just noticed there doesn't look like there's a roof on it. Just there, it looks like there isn't a roof.
Oh God, you see that's no good because I'm cutting bits off.
So Zoe's complaining about the abbey because
She can't get it all in.
she can't get it all in.
Mrs.
The problem she's finding is that there's too many trees. They're getting in the way of her shot.
Too high.
Of her photograph. It's too high. She's never satisfied. Right, we're going in, said the actress to the bishop.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
That statue up there looks real, doesn't it? Wow, incredible. It's moving too. Oh. Obviously these are all from residents of Tewkesbury in remembrance of the Queen.
Visitors as well.
Oh, it's warm in here. Very warm. Wow. Just look at that vaulted ceiling and these huge pillars. I feel like I'm whispering, but because it's very quiet in here. Now the thing is, I just made a little knock sound. I knocked on one of these chairs here, and the echo is amazing. I'm just going to use my phone to see if it comes out well. Just yet the church bells sound so far away. Church bells, you know, Abbey bells. Abbey bells, who's she? Wow, look at that organ. Massive. One huge machine. This pipe here, for instance, that's got to be like 4 meters long. And these ones here, they're like 3 inches long. I think the Abbey has peregrine falcons nesting on it. You can hear it ever so often. Like that. And just in time, it's 10 o'clock. Yep, peregrine falcon. Wow. Oh. It's difficult to follow. Here it goes again. No, that wasn't. That was the peregrine. Now we like this. This statue is called Touching Souls. Now, why do you think it's called that? These 4 children here are from different ethnic groups as well. Very diverse. There's quite a few old buildings in Tewkesbury. This is Tewkesbury Museum. Unfortunately, it is actually closed at the moment. Opens at 1 and we're nowhere near 1 o'clock. Here's another old building. Maybe a locksmith, I don't know. No one's in it. Empty. And this old building here is the John Moore Museum. I don't know what this building is. Now, do not adjust your screens. You do not have a new presenter. It's still pretty old me. I've just had a haircut. What do you think? I do seem to have my haircuts when I'm on holiday, don't I? Rather than at home.
Why not?
Running parallel to the high street is the River Avon. Beautiful location. And then behind me here is Borough Flour Mills. Now that does look impressive to me. Unfortunately, it's all shut up and made derelict, and there's some broken windows and signs to say keep out and all that kind of thing. But it's so unfortunate because that would make a really good residential flats, don't you think? So I found out that these banners are from the Tewkesbury Battlefield Society as part of their campaign to publicise the medieval history of Tewkesbury and to brighten the streets. We're currently in a place near the river called Victoria Gardens, and we're having a bit of a picnic. We've got some rolls from Morrison's of all places, very nice rolls actually, brie and pâté. And this is what we used to do when travelling around France, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Every lunch just to use it, get a nice French baguette and you know, French stick, and just have a very simple lunch. But this is a wonderful place to have a little picnic, and Herman's not too far away, kind of like 2-minute walk. So, because the next thing we need to do is move on. I don't know where we're going just yet. We haven't actually looked at the map. Well, welcome to day 13 of our This Is Not Island tour. So we've arrived in Burford. Now, yesterday we had some really nice warm weather. Today it's overcast, a little bit of cloud, a little bit of blue sky rather. But it is bitter cold. It is much colder, much cooler than it has been on holiday. Even
the Arctic.
no, it is. It's a lot colder than it has been for the last 2 weeks, right? Even when it was raining, in the rain it was warm.
Yeah.
So, Burford, we've been here before. It is kind of the heart of the Cotswolds. Beautiful place, ruined by the road that we're right beside, this thing here, I believe. This is called the Hill. Burford is on a hill, and the main street is called the Hill. And oh, it's just so picturesque, wonderful, beautiful place. But yeah, we're going to have a wander around and show you again, because we've been here before, and you can see this video about here, little pop-up thing. We'll have a little wander around and yeah, see Burford as she wanders off on her own. Oh, check out all the lovely sweeties in this sweetie shop. Caramel and sea salt fudge, peanut brittle, chocolate coffee beans. Oh my goodness. Right, well, just off of the hill, you know, the main road there, you will find free parking. It goes down a little road there and goes around the church, which is where we are now. Very pretty church. This is what I mean by, I think it's, you know, this street, Burford, has been ruined by all the traffic that's coming down and all the cars that are parked up either side of it. Just my own opinion. I don't know what the residents think. It's a shame, I think. We've just looked in an estate agent's window and on the hill, this house here is going for almost £1.2 million. Well, I found a street here without any cars in it, so look how lovely that is. It looks very pretty, doesn't it? The hill is just up there with all the traffic, and we also have a pub, the Angel. We've had enough of shopping and eating and wandering around the beautiful town of Burford. So we've decided to come back, and we are pitched up for a couple of nights at Wisdom Touring Park in Burford. Quite a nice campsite, small, there's not that many pitches, probably around 40 I think. Grass or hard standing, all with electric as I think I understand. You need a toilet and a shower though, because those facilities are not available. Each pitch also has a freshwater tap, and there is also a place to empty your grey and your black waste. It's now day 14 of not being in an island where we're supposed to be, but today we are looking for a white horse. Somewhere on this hill is a huge prehistoric chalk horse. We are currently at Uffington Horse, I think it's called. The views from up here though are fantastic. You see forever, it seems. Well, there's the horse. Hopefully I'll get a better angle in a moment. And it's very windy up here, as you might be able to tell, and my hat's blowing off. Now very close to the horse. I think that's his eye just there. Now, last time we came here, we were actually allowed to walk on the chalk itself, but it's all roped off now. Over there, where is that? Yeah, that's Dragon Hill just there. That's where apparently St George slayed the dragon. That's where we're going next. That's Dragon Hill. Okay, so there's the horse just there. But if you look over here, look at the lay of the land. Look at how weird that looks. I bet that is artificial. And just to let you know, in case there is lots of wind noise, excuse me, my dead cat's dead. I broke it. And if you don't know what one of them is, it's one of the furry things that goes onto a microphone. Called a dead cat, and it died. We're now at Uffington Castle. Now, when I show you, I don't want you to be disappointed about Uffington Castle. It's a bit breezy, and if it rains, you're gonna get wet inside. It's only got one floor, the ground floor, and here it is. That's right, from your point of view, it probably just looks like a huge field. In fact, it's a hill with the top cut off by the looks of things. It's got a ditch and a bank, and that is it. And it looks like that they get the mower out a few times a year and just cut the grass back. But that's it basically. There's a few steps on the path that goes around the bank, but that's it. Uffington Castle, everybody. Round of applause. It's actually an Iron Age hill fort built around 300 BC, and they think it might have something to do with the horse, or the horse has something to do with the hill fort. Nobody knows. But there you go, quick history lesson and a lovely view of what looks like a cricket pitch. Running beside Uffington Castle and the White Horse of Uffington is the Ridgeway, which is a long footpath which was used in the good old days, used by farmers and the like to transport their livestock and cattle to and from market. Walking along it now. We're walking along it in the direction of Wayland Smithy, which, as I believe, is a barrow, ancient burial place. Now this sign here was about a mile away. It's a mile ago. A mile ago, is that the right terminology? Yeah, we went past that ages ago and we're still walking towards it. So hopefully we're not going to be disappointed in that it's just a fence or something. You're not allowed to take a look inside. Well, yeah, if it's just a patch of grass with a stone, I think we'd be a bit disappointed. Because of course we've got to walk all the way back as well. Okay, we could be in luck. It's in there somewhere, and this path goes to it. Wayland Smithy is named after the Saxon smithy god called Wayland. Aha, and there it is. You can actually get up to it. It's a long barrow where old people were buried, or rather dead old people were dead people were buried years ago. That's what never mind. Is that an entrance? Oh, it is an entrance. Oh, hardly an entrance. It's actually blocked off. Oh no, look. It doesn't go far. Oh, okay, well it's better than just seeing it over a fence, isn't it? Oh, someone's left money here. Money. Why you do that, I do not know. So it's a bit similar to West Kennet Long Barrow, but a smaller version. In the West Kennet Long Barrow, you can actually go all the way into it. Wayland Smithy is a long barrow that was used for burials over 5,500 years ago in the Neolithic period. It is day 15 on our Not in Ireland tour. You find us this morning at Postern Hill near Marlborough, and that is in the south next to the A4. We've been here before. It's a camping in the forest campsite, so it's very similar to those you may find in the New Forest, except for it doesn't have any ponies. There's electric here, although we're not plugged into electric. There's very little facilities. There's no showers, but there are toilets. What I find interesting about this campsite is not only is the town like a few minutes walk away, but also It's in Savernake Forest, where it has lots of walks and cycle routes. So that can be very entertaining if you like that kind of thing. Or you can just go to town, go to a pub, do some shopping, restaurant, all that kind of thing. It is now day 16 of our We're Not Going Around Ireland tour.
Is that the last time you're going to say that?
It is, because today is our last day. We are heading home. We're not very far away from home anyway.
No.
But I don't think it has been a disaster.
No.
It first initially was it?
It could have been a lot worse, couldn't it, with the tyre and the
Yeah.
problems we've had. So no, I've really enjoyed it. The second week's gone really fast, hasn't it?
Bit more relaxing though the second week.
Yes, we didn't do a lot.
But it's been well, initially it was like a bit annoying that we couldn't go to Ireland, but now I think we had a great time.
Yeah, we saw
We
places
made the most of it. I
we
think
hadn't been to.
And the other option would have been just to drive straight home and spend 2 weeks.
Yeah,
at
but that
home.
would have been awful, wouldn't it?
Well, it wouldn't have been awful, but it wouldn't have been as much fun as we had these 2 weeks. This decision we made.
So that's it, Ads.
Yeah. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.